the 33rd Sunday of Ordinary Time, which is the second last Sunday of Ordinary Time. And today's gospel is very hard to hear and very hard to pray with and very hard to speak about. The scene is people admiring the adornment of the temple and the permanence of the temple. The temple that took 46 years to build, and the solidity of it, the foreverness of it. And Jesus is saying, yeah, but it's all going to pass away. What? Yeah. And the mighty things of the earth will be weakened. Well, that's an eye catcher and an ear catcher. And the people say, well, speak more. And then Jesus gives this, it's almost like, you can hear it, it's almost like a news report of present day, reading the newspapers. There's wars and violence and killings and earthquakes and plagues, and we hear them and we say, that's awful, but it's out there. And then Jesus gets personal. And you think you're going to last forever? You are going to have your own troubles. You will be handed over because of my relationship with you and your relationship with me. You're going to be handed over by family and friends, and that's a little close. Let's put that aside over for a minute. We are just a few weeks away from final exams here at the university, and students are getting prepared, their final presentations, their final term papers and all, and the exam. In a way, this gospel is at the end of the gospel series, this cycle of Ordinary Time Sundays and other celebrations. This is how close have you gotten to the relationship that Jesus offers you? And you say, well, as long as it's out there, I can believe in you, Jesus. But when it's here, that's getting a little close. You're getting a little too personal and asking me, will I stay faithful to you? I'm not sure. The temple wasn't permanent, and I'm not so sure about whether I can pass the final exam. Who will I be if I'm handed over? And because of you, Jesus, I might be put to death. My personality, my fame, my permanence, it's fragile. You're asking an awful lot of me at the final exam. Could I keep out there a little bit? I'm sorry about the plagues and earthquakes and wars elsewhere. But for you to ask me, can I stay faithful? I'm not, my majesty, my fidelity is as strong and permanent as the temple that collapsed. Where's my hope? Can I stay faithful to you and your name for me and my faithfulness? See, fidelity is what do you do with challenges, with disappointments, with suffering? You're asking me to stay faithful. Is that the final exam? And then at the end of the gospel for today, he says, by your perseverance, you will be saved. You will be permanent. Our permanence is not here. My fidelity, that I know of myself, I'm not sure what I would do if my family handed me over to be in prison, or if I was asked to stay faithful to Jesus at the cost of my life. Martyrs have. Holy men and women have died because of their relationship with Jesus. I can't imagine it. I can't imagine personally that I would stay faithful, and I can't imagine that I would be unfaithful. I can't imagine what the final exam is going to be. As the students, they don't know what the final exam is going to be. And some of the professors give hints. Be sure to read this chapter and that. Does God know how self-centered we are? Yes. Does Jesus know how timorous the faith is, considering the fears that his hearers have? Yes. But the comfort is, you will be saved into permanence, into the everlastingness of the heavenly temple. You will be saved permanently, whatever the exam is. And we pray at the end. We've been listening to Jesus all along the ordinary Sundays, saying, yes, yes, I want to be close to you. When would it get too hot so I'd have to get out of the kitchen? When would the call to discipleship cost me my selfishness? So I think it's helpful, for me at least, to pray with how self-involved I am, and I don't want to suffer, and I don't want to be persecuted, I don't want to be in prison. It's all about me. Maybe what we're praying with is my discipleship to my ego, to my identity, is more faithful than my identity with Jesus. And that's my prayer, that's my poverty, that's my spirituality. I have to rely on you to help me through to my final exam and passing.